Rayman is not a forgotten property by Ubisoft by any means, but this game seems to be by most everyone I have ever met. It was one of many games to be the third person or 3D adaptations of a character-led franchise, but one generation of consoles later than games like Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. It released November 30th, 2001, only 2 months after the release of the Gamecube, a whopping 15 days after the release of the original Xbox, as well as Halo Combat Evolved, and only 9 days after the release of Super Smash Bros. Melee. And perhaps that's why it fell through the cracks. So many crazy events happened that Rayman got lost among launch titles for 2 staple consoles. But that holiday season, I would get 3 games for the original Xbox and that legendary gaming system: Halo Combat Evolved, Fusion Frenzy, and Rayman Arena. 3 iconic games that I could not forget. Obviously this video is about Rayman, but comment which of the other games you'd like to hear my thoughts on next. Catch us live on Twitch every day at RetroBrosYT. Rayman Arena is a unique game, third-person perspective, but it's a party game with up to 4-player local play. There were 4 major game modes, 2 racing modes and 2 combat modes. Obstacle Race. Obstacle Race is a standard 3-lap race with one simple objective: win. Time Attack. In the game mode Time Attack, passing a checkpoint starts a 5-second timer. If the other contestants are unable to pass the checkpoint in time, they are considered out. The race can end in 1 checkpoint, or like in the case of my brother and I growing up, races could go on for 20 or more full laps. Oh, and your blast of energy freezes other contestants. Total Fight. Total Fight is an arena shooter style game mode with an arsenal of various weapons like bombs and lasers randomly strewn throughout the battlefield and randomly generating bubbles that respawn after a short while. Hitting an enemy contestant results in 1 point per hit, and the winner is the one with the most hits at the end of the 3-minute period. Freeze Combat. Freeze Combat brings back the freezing energy blast from Time Attack, and instead of getting points for hitting opponents, as in Total Fight, the winner is chosen by collecting randomly appearing glowing orbs around the map. There are 24 maps utilized in the main game, 12 races and 12 arenas, as well as 8 extra maps earned by completing the beginner and pro leagues of the main game. There are 5 characters at the start, 4 unlockable characters, and 28 unlockable skins, but 1 skin hidden behind 100%ing the game. By the way, I did that to prepare for this video, and you can watch all 6 hours of it on our second channel at RetroBrosYT. How does one go about getting 100% of the game complete and unlocking everything though? As I said, 24 maps, 4 game modes, 2 race and 2 combat, beginner and pro leagues, so each map has to be played 4 times over. But you're only at 96%, what's with that? Surprise! You now have a master mode to complete and have to face off against Dark Rayman in a visual nightmare pulled straight from MC Escher's scrapbook of every single map 2 more times, 1 for each game mode. But they are all reversed. This is your chance to leave before I show what these maps look like. I'm not joking when I say they hurt my eyes and I don't have vision problems. All 24 maps are now desaturated with harsh grading outlines, and it's genuinely frightening to witness, let alone replay each map like this 2 more times. Now, what is the worst part? You can't take a break in any of these last 4 categories in Master Mode. If you start Freeze Combat, for example, against Dark Rayman, you have to beat all 12 matches against him in 1 sitting. If you press Give Up in the pause menu or between matches, you have to replay all 12 matches for that game mode at a later time. After beating all 4 categories of Master Mode, you are awarded with the coolest skin in the game, Dark Rayman. But by this point, do you really want to keep playing? I didn't, at least not for some time. I'm trying to be realistic with myself on where to place this on my ultimate tier list. On one hand, the races are some of my favorite aspects of any video game ever. If this game only had the races, it would easily be in my top 10 favorite video games of all time. And up until I replayed it, I truly thought that it was. But the drawbacks: freeze combat is a nightmare, and the need to replay the same 24 maps 6 times each, it just becomes a lot to deal with. Maybe it wouldn't be so overwhelming if I didn't play it all in a 24-hour period, but it is so glaringly bad that even my nostalgia and the saving grace of the races can't place it higher. For now, I will place the game in the S tier because I do love the racing aspect that much, but it's going to have to be behind Celeste. I do hope to go back one day, but I need a break from the combat in that game. I am so happy that I chose to finish the game on the races because I would probably not be speaking so highly of the game right now. Join the channel for exclusive videos, behind the scenes, and early access to our main videos. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!